And we are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Voice Love Company live reaction to Heilung. Heilung, my very first time to listen to this band. I'm going to read about it here in just a second. And it looks so interesting. When I was capturing the thumbnail for the photo for this video, I'm really intrigued. This was a request. This is it LIFA? LIFA? I'm not sure if what that is. You'll have to help me. And the Krigsgaldr live, I think is maybe how you say this. I know I'm going to be butchering a lot of things today as far as names and pronunciations. I'm so grateful to be here. My name's Christi Bovee. I'm a voice coach, a voice intuitive mindset coach, a voice teacher. I've been working with the human voice and the human heart since 1990. I help people find their voice and make their sound in the world, no matter who they are, no matter what they do. And I'm so grateful that you're here. And if you're here in real time, you are catching this as a live reaction, and you have the option of actually going to the chat and saying hello. And I sure hope you'll do that. The Voice Love Company community is the best community of humans in all over the world. And they are willing to shine their light on you, and you would love to say hello to you. So let us know where you're watching from. I do want to say a quick thank you to my patrons. This video is brought to you by enthusiastic voice lovers just like you. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, so grateful to have this opportunity to rub shoulders with you again. It's so nice to be here. I missed last week because of some work in my face-to-face real life. And so I couldn't be here. And I've got some stuff coming up too. So I'm going to be trying to make videos to handle that as well. I'm going to tell you about Heilung, and then I'm going to say hello to a couple people. Heilung is a European experimental folk music band. Formed in 2014 in Copenhagen, Denmark, the group is made up of members from Denmark, Norway, and Germany. Their music is based on texts and runic inscriptions from Germanic peoples of the Iron Age and Viking Age. Heilung described their music as amplified history from early medieval Northern Europe. Their music is usually about Germanic deities, the Jotnar, Valkyries. Heilung is a German noun meaning healing or cure. Very interesting. And they have a lot of different members. Kai Uwe Faust is the vocalist. As well as Maria Franz. She also says, they also say here that list her as a current member. So I'm going to say hello to some of you in the chat, all of you in the chat. And listen, if you are watching this on the replay, there's a timestamp in the description box below that will get you closer to where we're actually going to start. But I learn from all of you who are here in real time. You guys are actually teaching me things, so you may not want to miss the chat. It may be worth your time. Okay, we are saying hi to the orc, who says, you are going to absolutely love this one. I think I am. I'm really looking forward to that. Gregory Kenfield is here from the great state of Michigan. Good to see you. This is a new band to Gregory. Fun, very fun. Frank Romekers is here from the Netherlands. Dopey12001 is here from the Netherlands. Blazing on a sunny afternoon there. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. We are starting to have more, the sun is changing. You can see in the background here, and I'm so grateful. This winter has just been brutal. Our Novak 85. Hello, everyone. I've seen them live. It's such an amazing spiritual experience. They call their performances rituals, and it is spot on. Wow. Andra Linenbank is here. Good to see you. Tom Ward, hello. Good to see you. I got your email through Patreon, and I'm very interested in that video. I'm going to pull that one up here soon. Sounds and looks fascinating. Michael Schneider's here from Germany. Hello. Another one of my patrons. Yubo Golfer. Hello, everyone. You're in for an absolute treat. Fantastic. Yay. Thanks so much. I'm so excited to see some new people in the chat. We've got John Sullivan here, my sweet patron from Maryland. Good to see you. Tom W is saying, I love this one. Sounds awesome and is visually stunning. Yay. Sean Murphy from South Africa. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Tom saying, I'm going to love it. Paul Jurings is here from South Wales. Heilung are, even if you're not into the music, I think it's splendid, extraordinary as an experience. Wow. This makes me wish I had looked to see if they're on tour and where they are in the world. Hi, Florosaurus from the UK. Apostolos is here from Greece. Hello. So glad to see you. Tom W. is saying, based on ancient Germanic history. Michael Schneider is saying, great hair. Thank you. It's the hair, the curls are curling this morning. So there you go. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. I love it. Dave S. is here. Hi, Dave. Good to see you. Wendy Scaff is here from the Netherlands. Good to see you, Wendy, always. And our Nowak 85 is saying this was their very first live performance at Castlefast. Very cool. Hi, Whitney H. Good to see you. Vimana from Finland. Paul is saying, I'm seeing them in London in April, and they are supported by Ivor. Oh, my goodness. That is amazing. That is incredible. I love Ivor. I paid for the tickets with mud, wood, and some twigs. I love it. Seriously, that is going to be, talk about a spiritual experience. Wow. And just the primal ancient texts and music. And that's going to be incredible. Love it. Dave is from Montana. Good to see you. Hi, Always. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes. Fantastic. Oh, this is great. Hi, Gwen Triple G. Good to see you as well. Wonderful. Okay. So let's get into this because I really want to know what this is about. Here we go. Let's see if this is going to work this morning. Here we go. So sorry. This is going to be a really tough one to have to stop. Unfortunately, with these reaction videos, that is required. And this is fascinating. Oh my goodness. Their costumes, they're playing bones. I mean, wow. Amazing. Very, very interesting. And they call their concerts rituals. So this is fascinating. To me, it's just like, how do people get into this? There's no, let's see if it says anything here. Like, how do you go down this rabbit hole? Okay, so Kai is a German tattoo artist who specializes in Old Norse tattoos. So this was founded in 2014 by Kai Faust and Danish producer Christopher Juhl. Juhl, who also had operated his own recording studio, Lava, in Copenhagen since 2003, had admired Faust's visual work as a tattoo artist, so they struck a bargain. Faust offered Juhl some free tattoos in exchange for help recording some poems, and thus Heilung was started. Later in 2015, Maria Franz, Juhl's longtime girlfriend and a singer in progressive pop rock band Yuzen, in which Juhl also played piano and electronics, started to work with Heilung, originally as a session vocalist. And then they self-released their debut album in 2015. 2015, Ofnir, and soon after that, Franz became the band's third official member. The band's first performances in 2017 were at Castle Fest and at Midgardsblot Metal Festival. Wow, the Castle Fest performance was recorded and released with the title LIFA on YouTube as a live album. Very fascinating. What's interesting to me is the genre is folk, European experimental folk, but obviously they're very much ingrained in the metal side of things. So I just have to get like some context here. How do you get into this kind of presentation? It's very, very unique. Oof, I have to stop again. I'm so apologize. This is just fascinating. It's so interesting. And I'm sitting here thinking, how do you, just for a live performance, how much of this do they pre-record? Because I think it would be very hard to get the nuances of playing, hitting two bones together and having that continue to hold its space in the sonic layers. I'm wondering how much of it maybe has to be pre-recorded just so that you have that constancy of the beat going. I don't know. This is just the way my brain works. Like how much do they have to do as far as building tracks that they then play to? That makes sense. Or stems, as they're called. I don't know. It's just fascinating, especially to seeing her playing these two little delicate bones and you can still hear them. It just seems like it would just get lost in a live performance, certainly like you're in an arena kind of situation. I don't know. I'm fascinated by that, how their audio engineer navigates this. Okay, back in. Sadly, I have to stop again. This is amazing. And I can see why Ivor would be such a great compliment to this band. Incredible. That would be an incredible double feature of amazing, ancient. What genre does this even occupy? They're creating their own space, which is amazing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I'm going to say hi to some people real quickly here. Yubo Golfer, by the way, congrats to the 100,000 sub mark, Christy. So well deserved. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I appreciate it. Yeah, Gwen is saying it sounds ritualistic. It certainly does. Paul Drinks, Maria Franz with the braided and antlered headgear, the painted face is the main singer, and she's amazing. Yes, I love the little bend. She and Ivor do this. So that just ancient, yeah, world music kind of sound that they get in their voices. So beautiful. Sean Murphy, that bone that Maria's playing is a human bone. Is that true? Is that even legal? What in the world? Okay, Florosaurus. Oh, Florosaurus is saying to Sean, hopefully not from an audience member who didn't know the words. Arnovok 85, they start each performance with a collective prayer led by Kai. They have to break it up. Remember, we are all brothers, all people, beasts, trees, and stone and wind. Thanks, Apostolos, for your super chat. First time listening to Heilung 2. Sounds interesting. It's different. It's very cool. Vimana, I do like bands that have really put some effort on their performance and style. Seriously. I mean, this is so unique. Arnowak 85, we all descend from the one great being that was always there before people lived and named it before the first seed sprouted. Beautiful. And Gwen is saying, it says they're a pagan folk band. Very interesting. It did not say that on Wikipedia. That's where I looked. But that makes a lot of sense. Paul During says they played the Glastonbury Festival last year. They're almost too Glastonbury for Glastonbury. Wow. And Ruben is saying, first time you're going through the ritual. Awesome. The rhythmic build is hypnotic, Paul says. Ah, Gwen, thank you so much. First time for me too. I appreciate your super chat. Thank you. Apostolos. Yeah. You guys are talking to each other. Okay, so let's talk about this. This song is about a village trying to dissuade some raiders from attacking their village. They don't want to fight, but tell the raiders if they choose war, they will destroy them. So don't mess around with them because they're not doing it. Sean Murphy says this song is about a small, poor village that is attacked by an invading army. They have to defend themselves. The name means war magic. Okay. And Arnowak is confirming they're actual human bones that she is playing. Very interesting. Okay, so let's get back in. Here we go. This is just so fascinating, incredible. I'm just like looking at their costumes. Amazing. That is just amazing. I'm sitting here thinking like, how does something like this happen. The creativity of it is just beautiful. It's beautiful. And it does speak to something deep in all of us. Back when I was in music school, of course, we had to take history of music, and I just found it fascinating. Just how we are all connected. There's a musical connection within the tribes, right? Going back to ancient man, and it's just amazing how it's still, there's a thread that still connects us today, that music is. I loved it. That was one of my favorite classes in college. It was incredible. Let's see. Paul is saying that MacBook Pro was discovered in a communal tomb in northern Jutland, Denmark, and has been dated to 3500 BCE. This is interesting. Dopey was saying they have in-ears, so almost certainly there's a click track, maybe some drone synth sounds. There is a laptop on stage. Yeah, I'm sure some of this, because it's so delicate, some of these just little, the bone sounds, right? They're so delicate. It's going to get lost. And I'm wondering too, for those of you who've seen them live, sometimes I feel like the live concerts, things just it's just drowned out. Something like this, which is so, I don't know. I'm also thinking even being in like a symphonic hall or something where you could just really hear things better. I just wonder what is it like to listen to them live? Do things get lost in the mix? Vimana is saying some instruments remind me of the Sami drum, a shamanic ceremonial drum used by the Sami people of Northern Europe. It's often called a noitarumpu, the witch drum in Finland. Interesting. Never heard of these things. That's amazing. John Hayes, hi from Ontario, Canada. Good to see you, John. Hi, Annie NYC. I hope you're feeling better. Good to see you. Yeah, we're thinking about you, Annie. Florosaurus, I've only heard one or two of their songs, and via recommendations after listening to Calandra, have you reacted to them yet? No, I have not. Put it in the regular comments so I remember. Calandra, I've never even heard of that. Sean Murphy, this music incorporates the rhythms and repetition of trance music. It is specifically meant to pull you into a trance-like meditative state. Very good. I can see that. And this is great, you guys. Thank you. Maria's outfit is modeled after an ancient Siberian shaman's outfit. They put a lot of effort into getting the history right. A Siberian shaman. Very interesting. Yeah, Annie's saying it has a deliberate trance rhythm. Interesting. Very fascinating. Okay, I'm going to get back in.
What am I supposed to do if I want to talk about peace and understanding?
Okay, I got to go back. We got to get a clean entrance here because this is a whole nother layer.
What am I supposed to do if I want to talk about peace and understanding? But you only understand the language of the soul. What if I want to make you understand that the path you chose leads to downfall? But you only understand the language of the soul. What if I want to tell you to leave me and my beloved ones in peace? But you only understand the language of the soul. Let the blade be the talker, so my tongue shall become iron, and words don't might you roar a war, revealing my divine anger's arrows shall strike all action for the good of all. I see my reflection in your eyes. My new age has just begun. Sword is soft, the fire of the furnace. It hungers to be hit and wants to have 100 sisters. In the coldest state of their existence, they may dance the maddest in the morass of the red rain. Beloved brother, enemy, I sing my soul song for you, the lullaby of obliteration, so I can wake up with a smile, bliss in my heart and bliss in my heart, bliss in my heart. Coexistence, conflict, compact, devastation, regeneration.
Okay, I got to stop. But she's like, so don't mess with me, okay? I will hurt you. I will cut you. That's what they're saying. Incredible. The percussionist had his little goat toes. Did you see that? They're literally called goat toes. I think they're actually made out of goat hooves. And so they have a really cool percussive sound. Very interesting. Gwen is saying the language they speak, German, English, Old High German, Icelandic, Latin, Proto-Norse, Proto-Germanic, and Viking Age Old Norse. Wow. I've never even heard of some of these. Proto-Norse, Proto-Germanic, and Viking Age Old Norse. And how in the world, how is that even, those traditions, how are they even kept so that you'd know how to say it correctly? I'm sure there are people who've studied all of this stuff. That's just fascinating. Very interesting. Hey, there's a sound guy in the audience. Patrick Einerson, sound guy here. As you can see, the bones come in through the main Vox channel, which is very much upfront in the mix. I often have percussion instruments played through the vocal mics. It works well for me. Very interesting. That makes sense, actually, because a vocal mic would pick it up in a different way, and maybe a more sensitive way. Fascinating. Patrick, thank you. I really am interested in this. That's so cool. John Hayes. Hi, John. Let me see. Oopsies. Throat singing. Nature sounds with instruments all are soothing. And let's talk about that, how they're creating that sound. It is kind of in that throat singy space. Kind of down in the fry, but even deeper. Interesting. Andrel, thank you. Remember to hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yeah, Tom saying Christi brings us not only great performances, but cultural exploration as well. Thanks for noticing. I'm just curious. I'm a curious person, so I like to go down these rabbit holes, and I appreciate you going with me. Vimana, thank you for writing all that info. I need to quote some of it again. Remember that we are all brothers, all people, beasts, trees, and stone and wind. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, let's get back in here, because then I think
Bliss in my heart and bliss in my heart, bliss in my heart.
get to this transition.
Coexistence, conflict, combat, devastation, regeneration, transformation. That is the best I can do for you. I see a great loop on the horizon. Promises a powerful sun to rise. No matter though, it will make me on fire. Some purification. Look like dying embers. 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 Look like dying embers.
Goat toes. I'm going to go back right there. I love the layering of the vocals. So fascinating. This is amazing. It's incredible. And it's so interesting to me too, that the men's voices, what I was thinking about when we got back in is it reminds me of the haka that they do in Polynesia and the island peoples. And my heart is just like set ablaze when I see the haka in any form, like it comes across my path online or something. There's something about it. And the men use that same placement vocally, and it's a warrior stance as well. So I just find this is all just so fascinating to me. Yeah, how they're doing this. I saw an interesting comment here from Sean. The language this is written in is Proto-Norse. It is based on an inscription carved into the Egya stone. It is written in Elder Futhark runes. I know I'm butchering this. I'm so sorry. Indicating pre-Viking age and pre-Old Norse. Oh my goodness! This is a rabbit hole you could definitely go down if you're interested in ancient civilizations and peoples. It's just so fascinating. I want to get back in and listen to the layering on the vocals here. Okay, I know I'm probably stopping in a really silly place, but I'm gonna stop right there. This is just so interesting. And then it makes me want to listen to other songs of theirs, because what must this concert be like? If it's like this the whole time, is it just super vibey and trance-like and meditative? Yeah, it's just fascinating. So interesting. And I'm also interested to know, because it's kind of hard for me to see, I have my light down low, but what other instruments are on the stage? What's playing the drone sound? Is it an electric guitar? I'm fascinated by the crossover into metal, like how metal has received this group. Because even as I was trying to figure out how to say Heilung, I looked up, it was like how to pronounce metal bands, which I don't know if I can see it now, but it was like all these different metal bands. There's so many in their pronunciations and all of that. So things that I've never heard of. So obviously the metal community has welcomed this group with open arms. I'm fascinated by this. Sean Murphy saying, I fell really hard down this rabbit hole a few years back. Besides metal, traditional European folk is my favorite music. I have never heard of this before. This is fascinating. Let's see. Oh gosh. So many interesting comments here. Okay, Gwen is saying Proto-Norse was an Indo-European language spoken in Scandinavia that is thought to have evolved as a northern dialect of Proto-Germanic in the first centuries CE. And Gregory Kenfield says, it's interesting how so many tribal pagan ceremonies are all about harmonics and a trance-inducing constancy of tone. And our Nowak 85 is saying, I think part of their inspiration comes from Kai. I believe he is a practicing pagan and a shaman and is carrying on family and cultural traditions. Oh my goodness. Incredible. Yes, I hear this too, Gregory. In some ways, it reminds me of a Native American drum circle. Yes, definitely. Which is so interesting, the link, musically. Yay. Paul is saying, I can't wait to hear this in the O2 Brixton. Annie NYC says there are studies about the rhythmic aspects that are embedded in all human cultures, from lullabies to war songs. So Amazing. Gregory says you feel this as much as you hear it. Love it. And Gwen is saying it's awesome. He's carrying on family traditions, like having to know your history. It's just amazing. Okay. Sean's saying this is not metal, but it is the most metal, non-metal thing. Very good. I love it. Wow. John Sullivan says, it reminds me in places of Robert Mirabal, Dead Can Dance, and so on. I'm old. Ha. I don't even know who those people, who that is. So that's another one I probably need to look into. Oh, this is fascinating. Paul says, I saw Opeth last Tuesday and it could have been louder, but I certainly felt it. David Q. Hi, David. Good to see you. We got 30 beautiful, shining points of light all over the world in the chat right now. I saw Heilung for the first time recently when they played after Ivor, who I had gone to see. Heilung was a truly magical experience, and they are now prominent in my daily playlist. This is fascinating because, what kind of mood do you have to be in to be playing music like this? What are you doing in your day? It reminds me of Sabaton. It's like with that music that's so high energy, you probably don't want to be driving while you're listening to Sabaton or you're going to get speeding tickets. So what do you do when you listen to this really vibey trance-like music? Are you meditating? Are you just calming down from a busy day? I'd love to know how this kind of music fits into your life, David, or anybody. U-boat golfer. To get a fantastic insight of Maria's vocal capabilities, the song in Maidjan from this live ritual is a perfect pick. Elizabeth, the charismatic voice, went positively nuts about it. Okay, good. Wonderful. I'll have to go down that rabbit hole next for sure. Metal fans, Andrel says, are often very general music fans. Good music is good music. Well said. Gwen Triple G, I have to say this is most interesting yet strange live reaction where I'm learning so much about language. Yes. You just never know. Paul is saying their image and the intensity of their music fits in with a metal sensibility. That's awesome. Okay, Sean is saying I should have gone to see them at Red Rocks. This would be an amazing concert to see at Red Rocks. Just by, being in that natural rock amphitheater would be incredible with this kind of music. Let's see. Okay, good. Patrick, last time I listened to Heilung, I was fixing my car. Okay. Yeah, that's fascinating. And I know some people really like to have, what is it? I don't know what kind of music it is my son likes to listen to. He does like IT stuff, computer stuff. And he listens to something that's super repetitive and rhythmic. And I know it has a name. I don't want to say it's electronic dance music, but it's kind of like that in the electronic category. And I think it just puts his brain, he's got ADHD, and so puts his brain into a track so he can actually focus. But that's really fascinating that you did it. You were listening while you're fixing your car, something that needs concentration, I would think. Wow, very good. Oh, okay, let's get back in. Sorry, guys. I love talking to you, and then I forget. Oh, yeah, we're listening to music. Here we go. Amazing. Wow. That drone sound almost sounds like a didgeridoo. It's just got a very organic sound to it. So I'd love to know more about how they make those layers. Fascinating. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, techno. I think that you're right. I think that is what my son likes to listen to. Wow. Okay, let's see. Okay. Paul was saying to Patrick, you started fixing your car and ended up with a cart and some oxen. Listening to Heilung. And then Patrick said, Paul, you have no idea how close to the truth that statement is. Oh my gosh. Apostolos is saying, I love finding out about old medieval traditions. They are so fascinating. Wow, it's really interesting, isn't it? It kind of, because our world is moving at such a fast pace. I was listening to something, they were talking about how because technology is moving so fast now, we're growing within a matter of like 12-hour spans, as opposed to how far civilization would go in 100 years. It just, things are getting more and more compressed, and especially with AI now, it's just fascinating to be able to go back to these simpler times, to listen to things that are a little bit more just at the root of who we are as humanity. I don't know. There's something just very refreshing about it. There's a simplicity to it. That wasn't like they were doing any kind of crazy, syncopated, mixed meter kinds of things. It was just this almost 10 minutes of just a constant. And I can see how it's grounding. There's a rooting to it. As far as being rooted is what I mean. And wow, very fascinating. So interesting. And there's just there's a kind of music for everyone, and everything that you would need to have it be there for. It's so, so cool. So another amazing live reaction. You guys, of course, made it what it is. So I loved having you here, and I loved getting to listen to this band today. Super cool. If you have any other comments or suggestions on where to go next with this group, please leave them in the regular comments down below. And I just so appreciate you. Keep finding your voice. Keep making your sound in the world today. Remember, the world is waiting for you to show up. And you can do that fully in your power because you are loved. Bye-bye. Until next time, thank you so much. See ya.